Thanks for joining me again behind the scenes here in the Creepy Crawler's Garage. The 1,000 sub celebration, guys, I think went off wonderfully. It was a huge success. As you can see, the mess has still not been cleaned up. I got to get Frank on that, but unfortunately, he is actually still passed out over in the corner. But we'll get this cleaned up and get back to work here this week. Speaking of this week, we've got to get the Frank special going. Because, you know, we're going to be giving that. Everybody who watched the RC Shop episode last week knows we're going to be giving away the Frank special on March 10th. So we've got to get this, Frank and myself have to get this thing finished off. By the way, thank you everybody who commented on what color to paint the Frank special once the body's built, what color to paint it. A lot of people wanting to do Creepy Crawler's Garage colors, so the orange and green. I'm not sure. We haven't decided yet which suggestion we're going to use, but I just appreciate everybody giving me that information and you know, chiming in and letting us know what color you want to do the Frank special. In fact, man, I think there was something. I've been taking down all the names so that when we do the drawing, I have everybody's name that is in the drawing, and I mean it's close to, I think, 45, maybe even 50 people so far who have entered, which is way more than I was expecting. So I really appreciate that. And so also don't forget, watch this this coming Sunday's episode, because you get another opportunity to enter there if you want. And I think what I'm going to actually do for people watching this behind the scenes, I'll let you guys know, and then I'll put it in the description on the next video. But what I think I'll do is, if you already commented on last Sunday's episode and you comment on next Sunday's episode, what we'll do is actually put 2 entries in there. So each one will actually count as an entry. So basically you can comment on one or the other, or both if you want, just I guess a double the chance for your name to be pulled. Anyways, I really thank you guys for doing that. I've got all the parts needed, which we're gonna do for this week. I've got all the parts needed to four-wheel steer the Frank special, so we're going to see how that's done. We're also gonna be starting on the body itself, because obviously I've got to have this completely finished by the next week so that we can give it away to one of you guys. So I really thank everybody for doing that. I also wanted to just talk about real quickly, I kind of mentioned it in a weird way in last episode about the new Patreon site. According to information we've collected, there seems to be a new page at Patreon. Let's take a look. It appears to me there's multiple tiers with multiple rewards, and they start for $1 per month. Now that's a deal. Reports have it that by supporting the channel via Patreon, this will result in better and higher quality content. Somebody please tell me how to sign up. The address, okay. It is at the address below. So I wanted to kind of just bring it up again. In fact, here's the address right down here if you want to go check it out. Basically, it's an opportunity for you guys to donate monthly. I think everybody probably knows how Patreon works. And then there's a tier level that gives you rewards back. One thing I didn't mention and is not on the Patreon yet is that I will actually be posting on Patreon. So you'll have pictures of, say, me and Frank in everyday life. I'll be posting you know, what's going on behind the scenes and all these kind of things, extra, of course, of this. So kind of extra behind the scenes stuff. All that will be accessible to Patreons or to patrons, and which, by the way, it starts at $1 a month. So for $1 a month, it gives you extra content or extra RC Shop content, extra TandemCTelevision content, which maybe I don't think I maybe made clear in the last video. So that's one advantage. And then of course there's rewards to each tier. Every reward will get your name on the end screen if you choose. Obviously, if you don't want your name on the end screen, just let me know and I won't add it. But every tier gets your name added to the end screen at whatever tier level you're at. And then moving on from there, there's a free monthly gift, I think it is, in the next tier. I'm trying to remember. I know the top tier gives you a 10% off at the online store, plus all the other tiers benefits also. I'm totally forgetting, but anyways, go ahead and check out the Patreon. You can see what those tier benefits are, along with the extra content that will be available only to patrons at the Patreon site. So I wanted to mention that. But guys, this is gonna be a short one this week, because I've got to get this cleaned up and get started to work. on the Frank Special and on I always call it Big Bo, on Ugly Bubba and on the Highway 1 crawler. So this Sunday's episode, you're gonna see all 3 of these worked on. Our main focus, I'll be honest, is just to get the Frank Special finished, but we've got to, we're gonna finish the interior on Ugly Bubba so that we have that step done, and then we got to keep moving along with the Highway 1 crawler because we're almost done, and I'm ready to get that out of the shop. Let's get that out of the shop and be done with it. Then we can move on to another project. But let me get Frank, let me wake Frank up over there out of his coma. We'll get this shop cleaned up, and we'll get back to work for you guys so that we'll have a great episode this Sunday. Thank you everybody for all the great response from last Sunday's episode, which I don't know, it was something special. That's all I can say. And sorry I had to dance on your televisions and phones and whatever else that was. I apologize on my horrible dance moves, but thank you for all the good comments. And I will see you guys this Sunday for the RC shop. Bye-bye.